Superman and the Mole Men may only run for just under an hour, but it accomplishes far more than many longer superhero films. Released in 1951, it served as the launching point for George Reeves's portrayal of Superman before the Adventures of Superman television series, and it immediately establishes why he became such an iconic version of the character. The story begins when the world's deepest oil well accidentally breaks into an underground civilization. Curious mole men emerge to explore the surface, but instead of trying to understand these strange visitors, many of the townspeople react with fear. Rumors spread quickly, panic takes over, and an angry mob forms, convinced the mole men are dangerous despite having little evidence. Superman arrives not just to stop violence, but to defend innocent lives and remind everyone that fear should never replace compassion. One of the film's greatest strengths is its central message. Even though this is a superhero movie, the real conflict isn't Superman versus a supervillain. It's ignorance, prejudice, and mob mentality. The townspeople become the true antagonists because they allow fear to cloud their judgment. Superman repeatedly urges them to think before acting, showing that true heroism isn't just about strength, it's about wisdom, patience, and protecting those who cannot protect themselves. George Reeves gives an excellent performance as both Clark Kent and Superman. His Clark Kent is intelligent, observant, and professional, while his Superman is calm, confident, and reassuring rather than aggressive. Reeves portrays Superman as someone who always tries to resolve situations peacefully before resorting to force, which feels incredibly true to the character. The mole men themselves are surprisingly sympathetic. Although they look frightening to the people on the surface, they aren't monsters. They're intelligent beings who are simply curious about a world they've never seen before. Their fear and confusion make them tragic figures rather than villains, reinforcing the film's message that appearances can be deceiving. Considering this was made in 1951 with a modest budget, the special effects are respectable. The flying scenes and action sequences obviously show their age, but they still capture the excitement of seeing Superman in live action for one of the first times. Rather than relying on spectacle, the movie focuses on storytelling and character, which gives it lasting appeal. My only real criticism is the pacing. Certain scenes linger longer than necessary, and the middle section slows the momentum before the story reaches its emotional climax. Modern audiences may find parts of the film a little slow, which is the only reason I'm not giving it a full 5 stars. Despite that, Superman and the Mole Men remains an important chapter in Superman's history. It perfectly captures what Superman should represent: hope, compassion, justice, and the courage to stand up for those who are feared or misunderstood. More than 70 years later, its message about prejudice and humanity is still just as relevant. Final verdict. Superman and the Mole Men is a thoughtful and heartfelt superhero film that proves Superman doesn't need massive action scenes to be inspiring. George Reeves delivers a memorable performance, the story carries a timeless moral lesson, and the film earns its place as a classic in Superman history. While its slower pacing keeps it just shy of perfection, it's still an outstanding film. I rate Superman and the Mole Men 4.5 stars out of 5.